Hello, 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 everyone in Facebook and Instagram world. How are you doing today? I'm singing, and I don't know why I'm singing. I'm not really a singer. Maybe because it's been day 1222 of isolation. I don't know. I'm in a silly mood. Anyways, I feel really good. I gotta tell you, probably about 2 weeks ago, so where are we at? The last 2 weeks in March, I really want to say that this whole pandemic and isolation and everything for me has really, really given me an opportunity to go and do some deep inner work. And a couple weeks was a little bit funky, wasn't really sure. Last week, I really kind of came out of it. And this week, I'm totally in a different mind space. I've just received some downloads and some information, worked through some really unsexy, crappy things that I needed to work through to just get to that next level. And hi, Kelly, you missed it. I was singing. I was singing at the beginning of this live. But yeah, the last couple weeks really just gave me that opportunity to really go deep and to do some of the work that, I kind of kept pushing off. It's like, yeah, I know I need to really kind of look at some of these limiting beliefs, but you know what? I'll just keep being busy and push them away. But when this whole pandemic came and just dealing, kind of working through that process and leading myself through how I felt it, and then working with my clients and leading them through it really allowed me, it's no big deal, really allowed me that opportunity to get some new perspective on my business and also just on me and who am I and how do I really want to show up. And I gotta tell you, somehow, and I'm sorry I involved the whole world in this, but I needed this pandemic to really hone in on the fact and really, really embrace the fact that I can run my business any way I want. I can show up as I want. I can talk about what I want, and not in sort of a abrasive way, but just more like, this is me. This is who I am, and I can have my business any way I want. I don't have to do it the way everybody else is doing. And how many of you get into programs or, even with your coach? It's like, if you're working with a coach, she is there for a purpose. She's not there for you to do exactly what she's doing. She's not there for you to do your business like my coach. It's like she probably would, I don't know. She would not like it if and I have two, but neither of them would like the fact that I would be doing exactly what they're doing, because that's not what we're here for. We naturally want to elevate ourselves and work with someone that is, at that next level. We want to calibrate always to the next level. You don't want to calibrate down. And if you find that you're getting stagnant or you're just kind of stuck or you're not sure, the vibe isn't there, it's 9 times out of 10 is you need to look ahead, because we all get stuck in that comfort zone. But yes, it's like, I can do my business my way. Now, my coaches, my mentors, people that I have taken programs from, they have great suggestions. They're the ones that are further on the path. They're, and so that's awesome, but I don't need to do it exactly their way. And when I've worked with my clients, I believe I've really tried to incorporate that, because I don't profess to know all of it. I don't. I'm just a little further along the way. And I've also had different experiences. Some people come to me for a little bit more of a spiritual mindset background. And hi, Carrie. And some people, I work more on the business level. And some women that I work with, it's a transition. It's like they know they're transforming and changing their lives. And how can we make it work? So every time I like I said, I look back on the last 4 weeks and I feel like I'm this different person, and it's really, really fun. And I think it's because somehow I just blew that all up. I blew up how I was doing my business 4 or 5 weeks ago and have just absolutely recreated my business my way. And I'm having more fun. I was having fun then. because I always like to have fun. And I always like to have that playfulness and that high vibe. But I'm totally in a different groove right now. So I wanted to jump on here and let you know that if I can do all of this, you can do all this. And what do I mean by that? I mean that I totally changed my life in 2017. I absolutely positively, I had finished my MBA 3 years before. I had this big career dream with my MBA. I was going to be this career project manager person and just kick butt. And the reality was when I got that job that I really thought that I wanted, it just wasn't working for me anymore. And at the time it was like, wow, what's wrong with me? I've got what I thought was my dream job, but the reality was it was my dream job from 6 years before that. And I had grown, I had changed. My kids in that span of time had, grown up. They were out of high school. They moved out of the house, went to college, all the things. And so I had changed, but I really was holding on to this old dream of, well, I've got my MBA. I might as well do something with it. But I'd always had this nudge to be my own boss. Always, always, always. I've always had the entrepreneurial spirit. I even owned an inn and vacation rental business. I've always had side hustles when my kids were really young. I had another side hustle selling products. And so I've always had that. And when I really decided to jump into this online world and create my business while I was in my 9 to 5, there was, again, a lot of shifts, a lot of growth, a lot of how do I make this work? How do I have a social life and still be able to create my business and work, 50 hours a week? Because I did have that job and it did require extra work. Hi, Janelle. So I really just have this bug about if I can do it, you can do it. And what I mean by that, and I mean that to inspire you, is that you just have to do it. And what better opportunity do we have except what's been given to all of us these last few weeks? An opportunity to shift, change, and really take a look at how do you want to live your life? How do you want your life to be? Some of you may have jobs to go back to eventually, or maybe you're working from home and you used to have to go to an office, and maybe you're finding that you really like to be at home now. So it's like, okay, so when things, shift into whatever is the next phase for us globally, do you really want to go back to that job? And if so, great, that's awesome. And I think probably the trend is going to be you're going to be given an option to work from home, or perhaps you've lost your job, or you've really come to that understanding that, you know what, we as a family, or me as myself, I need to be much more responsible about my income and not rely on corporations, not rely on companies, and become a little bit more sustainable on my own or for my family. And so now is the best time to really decide how do you want to live the future. Now, keep in mind, we don't know what's happening a year from now, but as of today, as of this moment, you can make that decision. And it's just a matter of choice. So it's not easy, I will say, and I'm going to be one of those people that, you probably don't want to hear this from. It's not necessarily easy, because the people that you are probably looking at or probably seeing online are going to say, well, they make it look so easy. I'm just going to do this. I'm going to post something that says, I'm a coach now. I'm a fitness coach. I'm selling products, and people are going to come to you. It doesn't happen that instantaneously. And that's what I really want to focus on, is that it took me a good 2 to 3 years to get where I'm at right now. And I am also so grateful that I made the leap. I successfully was able to leave my 9 to 5 a year ago, March. And thank goodness, because to some extent, the pandemic really didn't impact me from the standpoint of losing my job or having to work from home and never having to work from home. I was already in that groove. I already had my business established. I'm already used to working at home. So those kinds of things didn't affect me as much. Now I just can't go to work in coffee shops, and I can't go socialize with my friends and things like that. That's the impact for me. But I already had that in place. And so what I want to suggest is that it took me 2 to 3 years to get there. It took me 2 to 3 years to get where I'm at today. But were it not for mentors, were it not for my coaches along the way, were it not for me absolutely positively getting fixed on what my vision was of how I wanted to live my life and what I wanted to do, and then making the commitment and doing the work. I tried to do it the easy way. And the easy way was, I'm going to buy this program and it's giving me 10 steps and I'm just going to do everything and launch my business and watch the money come in. It can happen. It could happen instantaneously. But what will happen is it'll crumble because you don't have that foundation. It'll crumble because that way isn't necessarily your way. And you may get that instant success, but don't you want something that's more sustainable? And to be sustainable, you really have to do a lot of the soul work, as I call it, because you are your business. And being an entrepreneur is really an opportunity to really get to know yourself better and to show up as who you are and to get rid of the money beliefs. A lot of times, and I hear this from my clients so often. Hi, Becky. I hear this from my clients so often. It's like, I'm doing all the things. I'm doing the programs. I'm putting things out there. I'm doing exactly what I was told, but I'm not getting the money. And it's like, oh my gosh, the reason you're not getting the money is energy, because money is just an energetic exchange. So if you're doing what someone else told you to do and you're just kind of going through the motions of posting things and putting things out there and putting offers out there, and you don't have the right intentions and you don't have the right vibe, it all comes back to that lack mentality. It's like if you're doing it because you need the money, it is never going to sell. You're never going to attract the right clients. And I can tell you this because I tried to do it that way. And it wasn't until I really did the deeper work and really got to understand who I am and how I was holding myself back, not only from the money coming in, but from me as a person. And so that's where I'm going back to full circle of these last 2 weeks for me have just been yet another layer of transformation. I have calibrated to that next level, which is my brand, the Next Level Woman. So that is what I want for you. And there's a variety of ways that I can help you get there. And it may simply be that you're absolutely positively starting out. That's awesome. I have a program that will work for you. It may be that you've been in this business. Hi, Jackie. Thanks for jumping on. You've been in your business, but you're kind of plateaued out. And if anything, these last few weeks have shown you that, I really want this to be a sustainable business. I want this to be part of my income. I want this to be part of my family's income. I don't want to have to go back to that other job, working in the office down the street. And so you really want to take it to that next level. Magnetize and monetize is where you need to be. It's a 5-week program, and I really, really work with you to be able to customize how you want to show up in your business. Everybody has different business goals. Everybody has different gifts. So there is no blueprint. There is no, here's one way to do everything. I really take everybody that's been in the last round of Magnetize and Monetize, and really we customize social media. We customize how you design your programs. We work on how do you actually want to show up for your business. Some people, for their business, they want to do a podcast, for example, and that's their area of expertise, and that's great. Then we focus on that. But it doesn't mean that you need that. And it may not be where your heart is. You may absolutely positively love designing programs where you can work with women for, quick periods of time, maybe 10, 20 days. That's fine too. There is no right or wrong way to do any of this. It really is, it has to align with you and your heart and your soul and who you are. That's it. That's really the bottom line. And so there's that. If you're really, really absolutely positively already kind of in that next level and you want to really jump, you want to go, you're maybe in that 5,000 a month range and you want to get to that next level, you want to get to 5-figure months. Awesome. I have the Acceleration Mastermind, and it is for 7 women only, so we keep it close, tight, and intimate, and it's the closest you're going to come to working with me one-on-one. But there's where you will absolutely gain your confidence. Again, we're going to dive deeper into how you're already showing up in your business. What does your business look like? What can we do moving forward? And most importantly, how can we work together to get rid of those limiting beliefs? Because those hold us back. We like to think we know exactly everything, but really it's that inner voice, that subconscious part of our mind that is really running the show. And we need to look at that and bust through it. And you get to network and really become really good business buddies, business friends with the women that are in that group. It's nice and tight, and like I said, very intimate. It's interesting, and you have like 24/7 access, so you can always pop into the group, ask advice, either from your co-masterminders or from me. And it's fun. It's a great energy. I love masterminds. I've really expanded myself personally and my business when I'm in a mastermind, and right now I'm in 2. That's how I usually run, and that's what works for me. So I love facilitating masterminds. And there's always one-on-one work, because there's where the accountability is 100% pure. You can't really escape the one-on-one. So there's all sorts of ways that you can really shift your business. And it really just depends on what are your goals? What is your vision for the business? Where do you want to go? Not everybody wants to make $5,000 or 5-figure months. And that's totally cool. But you can have something that's sustainable, that maybe runs a little bit more on its own. Have it in place, build the foundation, make it sustainable, make it manageable, so that when you maybe go back to your job, you've got it wired. And you've got another source of income that you have some control over. But the bottom line, and this is where I really just started so enjoying my business, is making it fun. When I started really incorporating fun and understanding that I need to do things that I am absolutely positively lit up about, clients just showed up. Because I showed up in my true energy, and that's what I want for you. I don't want to say this is how you need to run your business and do it my way or no way, because I don't believe in that. I absolutely don't. We're all different. We're all unique. I have experience. I have a corporate background in management and marketing, so I weave that all in, but I also have a deep passion to help you show up as a divine feminine leader and lead yourself. And lead yourself to lead others. That is really the other piece. And I have some really nice rituals that I do to really allow you to tap into your inner goddess and really show you how to be able to blend everything together. Because again, you are your business. So if I can do it, you can do it. That's my new little theme for the week, and I'm running with it. It came to me last night when I was doing some journaling work, and it just feels fun. Again, I always come from the fun perspective. So if anything inspires you or you feel motivated, please reach out and talk to me. I've got lots of openings. I even have an opportunity for you to do sort of a 90-minute intensive, where we'll just pick your topic. Maybe you're getting ready to launch something and you really want to spend 90 minutes to be, have my eyes on it, give you my insights, give you that bigger picture perspective before you go into your launch, or maybe you want to design the launch. I'm using that as a topic, but it could be anything. Maybe you just want to design a program. Whatever you want to do in that 90 minutes, I have that as an option as well. So there's lots and lots of ways that you can work with me, and more importantly, there's lots of ways that I can help you. But you need to reach out to me, let me know where you're at, and let's just do this. Let's have fun. And I want to see you do it too. Bye.